Howdy. Yeah, I'm a half Romanian or maybe Gypsy. There is this dark chapter in Finnish history no one wants to talk about the Finnish government thinking that it would be a really cool idea to take the really small kids away from Romanian families and put them into white people families in order to get at least some kind of human like creature out of that kid because they are not white. It's a really dark chapter in Finnish history, and my father was one of those kids. So I'm a half Romanian or Gypsy. I guess more Gypsy. I don't know. There's a lot of confusion between Gypsies and Romanians. This confusion has become worse to the point that many people associate Gypsies with Romanians or think that they are actually from Romania. This is a sad claim because this is a common example of a stereotype. It is just the same as the case of assuming that the Irish are mostly drunkards, or the case of considering white American Southerners as supremacists when this is not always true. The root for these stereotypes may be linked to popular culture and the influence of media. As a result, people often sensationalize things that make unfounded generalizations. The confusion may be also rooted to the nature of the word gypsy. Romanis is another term for gypsies. Thus, it is a matter of name confusion between Romanians and Romanis. Also, if you have been watching lots of these monster movie flicks involving Romanians and Gypsies, then most likely you have also been brainwashed to believe that they are one and the same. To common knowledge, many believe that Gypsies is a group of wanderers, although it can be recalled in history that they have actually spent some time in Romania. This does not mean that they come from Romania. Claiming that being a gypsy is connected to a certain ethnicity or race is a purely absurd ideology. As a matter of fact, gypsies have long been dispersed throughout the many corners of the globe. The majority of these people are, however, located across Europe. They were believed to have been exiled from Egypt and so became an ethnic group themselves. They are more of nomads who travel a lot and absorb cultures or people of different races into their group. Hence, they have developed many dialects. Yeah, there would be plenty of stuff still to read about that. But the reason why I take this now in front of you is that today is International Romani Day. It is the day to celebrate Romani culture and raise awareness of the issues facing Romani people. This is the flag of the Romani people. I will show you a small part of a video which I recommend for everyone to watch. You will realize that we are all the same. We have the same ancestors which went through the same similar things, same happenings, same stories are told all over the globe, same symbols. There are no differences, except languages, but they are learnable. So it's just about the awareness and understanding of how things are. Where are we from? What is going on? What those symbols mean. That modern science, with its differentiation about everything, like everyone is so specialized into one really, really tiny thing. And he will never discover that this small thing is just a really tiny part of the whole thing, which is probably more important that it's just one. And the education system is such that they won't tell you, because probably they don't even know by themselves. because they have been through the educational system and they never got taught to think for themselves, to ask, is it really true what I'm telling those kids at school? Me as a teacher? Really? Is that, Or am I just repeating what is written in some book without thinking about it, taking it for granted? Yeah, that's it, that's the truth. Yeah. There are not many people who really started to ask because many are really afraid of the truth for whatever reason. Maybe because it's written in the Bible, don't become as us, don't understand, don't ask, don't know, don't see behind the occulter. Everything is occulted through language or whatever. The worst thing is don't have epiphanies because they are like really. If you ever had an epiphany about something, it's really a striking experience. For I don't know how they work, what they are, like I don't know. But I had several of them. Yes. And sometimes they are like, I wish I wouldn't have had them. Because they are sometimes really strange. But anyway, I wanted to show you still something. We are the same. Racist is bullshit. Wake up, people. Yeah. Have a listen.
Amongst the greatest of enigmas was the cosmic wheel recorded by every ancient culture. Images of a wheel in the sky carved on stone are older than civilization itself. Many archaeologists see these wheels as an imagined vehicle of the sun rolling across the sky. But in its most common form, the cosmic wheel doesn't go anywhere. Often it rests on a stationary pillar, or atop a stairway, or ladder, or is turned by a rope while resting on an altar or table. And the spokes of the wheel are not functional as such. They are fluid and etheric. Archaic gods and heroes hold a wheel in their hands. A cosmic wheel served as the throne of gods and cultural heroes and wise men, symbolically replicated in the wheel thrones of kings on earth. The wheel throne of Buddha underscores our point. And even the popular footprint of Buddha recalls the same wheel in heaven. The inspiration did not come from our sun. Compare these prehistoric instances of the pictographic wheel from Ireland and from California. Different parts of the wheel are clearly evident. A large circle or sphere, though not always present, a central star, and a smaller, darker circle or sphere inside the star-like form. The images do not depict a single object, but three objects, as demonstrated here, where the artists placed the small dark sphere well below the central star. I can assure you that the placements are not random. These forms in the sky were planets in close congregation and immense above the ancient sky worshippers. The stories begin with the appearance of this celestial formation, heaven, when heaven was close to the earth. The original unity of the sky formed by the Great Conjunction, when a straight line or arrow could pierce the hearts of the gathered powers. The motionless, superior sun, ruling before the present sun. The father of kings, and first in the mythic line of kings. And a dying or displaced god. In later times, the first astronomers identified this overarching ruler of the sky. They claimed it was the planet Saturn, remembered as the owner of the cosmic wheel before the god departed for distant realms. The astronomical traditions also name the central star as Venus, the mother goddess, and they name the darker reddish sphere as the planet Mars, the cosmic warrior. In these 3 hours, I intend to demonstrate that the stories of the gods are the stories of what happens to these celestial bodies.
Yes, I really recommend to everyone to see that and let it sink in. So happy International Romani Day. Is it a day? It is a day to celebrate Romani culture and raise awareness of not only the issues facing Romani people, but the issues which our whole civilization is upon to experience, probably. In order to understand that, you probably have to understand the past. How those symbols came into being. How does it relate to volcanic eruptions, bad weather, earthquakes, floods, sun cycles? They're all connected. Thanks.